Hey there everyone, this is Maya Voce, your host and guide to the Power of Five, streaming live only on Om Times Radio. And I just finished my live broadcast and wanted to share with you our energy snapshot of today. So today is May 19th, 2020, and we are welcoming in this beautiful new energy. We have spent so long in this void, in this darkness, in this place of uncertainty, no beginnings, no endings. It's just this unsettling time. But we've really trudged through it now, and what I'm sensing is that we're just at that doorway, looking out into the new, not quite there yet, but finished with this dark. And how appropriate, because of course Thursday is a new moon, and that is a time of new beginnings. So it's heralding in this time of new beginnings. How else can you say it? But there's so much more going on right now that I wanted to point out, because we've just begun Venus in retrograde. Venus, of course, goddess of love, so it's all about heart, it's all about relationships, and I'm really picking up on this is a time of relationship to self. When Venus goes into retrograde, we say that she's going into the underworld and taking us with her. But this is not a scary underworld we've been. This is more just, let's go into our nice, comfy bedroom and with a journal and close the door, put some rose-scented oils out and really just think and be kind to ourselves, be gentle with ourselves. We've just again come out of this really harsh period. So it's so important before we take steps into that new, which of course we're still deciding what that new is, which is all what that energy is about right now. But it's really important to be gentle with yourself. So big time to journal. This is the time to connect to your heart space and to your heart energy, and that is what Venus is asking us to do, to speak from our heart, from a place of authenticity, and we can't do that unless we are connected to our heart. This is one thing, this is another, this energy, and this is where your wisdom is. This is where your inane knowing is. So we need to connect to that. And the other word coming through is this is a time of compassion. So we said this is a time to be gentle to yourself, a time to be compassionate to yourself. But if you're going to choose words and venture out again, really, really carry that compassion out into the world. There's such a sense of that here. Of course, with Venus, it's a sense of divine feminine for anybody, any gender. There's that sense of femininity and just really honoring that time to be gentle, time to go within and to journal, really think about what has happened, where we're going to go. There's, of course, 5 planets altogether that are either in retrograde or going into retrograde. And next month, my favorite, Mercury retro. So not today. Don't worry about it today. That won't be till mid-June. Past then. And of course, Mercury retro asks us also to stop and to reflect. So we have all of this stopping energy, reflecting energy, take a breath. So the universe is saying almost like, okay, now's the time to just go within, find that comfy space, get a pen and paper, however you journal, and just take some time now. I'm going to lighten things up for you, but this is really what you need to do. And because there's so much in retro hitting our big things, relationships with Venus, we've got Saturn, which is like the disciplinarian out there saying, okay, let's put some steps into place. We've got career being focused on, and of course there's a lot shifting with people with businesses and this and that, maybe things have shifted for you in that area, but really looking at where you want to go, career-wise, your soul path. This has all been about change. So now we need to sit and just see the dust settling and see what are we going to do with this change, right? I said months ago when people were saying this is the new normal, and I said this is not the new normal. This is simply the trudging through the void. We have still yet to decide what is the new normal, and you as individuals have to decide for yourself. Do you pick up and you attempt to just put back together what was, or are you at the place in your ascension process, in your awareness and consciousness that you go, there was a reason for that, and I can't just go back to where it was. Things have to shift. And then it's up to you to decide how they're going to shift. So again, we have 6 weeks now of Venus in retro. That is a time to go within and really sink into that heart space. This is all about heart opening, heart expansion. Yeah, I'm getting like this expanded heart energy as I'm saying it. So focus on that. Sorry, I got distracted. Little one, at home. It is what it is. So, where else do I need to share with you? I think that about sums it up. New moon on Thursday. This is an excellent, excellent, excellent time, even more so than other times, to really put your thinking cap on and set your intentions. What I'm sensing is that because we're at this plateau right now, the void behind us, the new beginning ahead. And the new beginning is going to come, I'm sensing really around August. And that really the steps we put today, the thinking that you put today towards your career, towards your relationships, and towards that relationship to self, how you want to go forward after all of this, it's going to have long-lasting ramifications, not just for the next months or weeks, but really for your life. This is big stuff. This change that we have experienced was big stuff, big karmic stuff that on a soul level we knew was coming. On a soul level, we chose to be here because of this change. So the things that we put into place, the intentions that we set, the steps that we take, action steps in these next months, big ones. So think carefully. All right. This isn't like, do I want an apple or an orange today? This is, where do I really want to go? And you've got 6 weeks now of this energy, this really beautiful, heartfelt energy, to dive within and take that time and really think about it. Who are you to yourself? Again, this relationship to self is coming out. Okay, one other thing that I'm getting to share with you, and I've said this on the last couple shows, is I'm really getting that in this period, there will be a reuniting of old souls that have journeyed together. Yes, very much. Especially when we venture to August, and not to jump ahead, but to August, we have that beautiful energy of the Lion's Gate, which starts around the 5th, I believe, and lasts for about 5 days. I think so. That's just a beautiful energy in and of itself. We'll talk about that closer to that time. But leading up to, from now up to that time, there will be this reuniting. So the work that you do today, the work that you do in these next 6 weeks is so important, because it's preparing you to connect with those that you've journeyed with before, and really to prepare you for this next phase, and whatever that looks like for you. So we've got big stuff right now, but again, so much lighter, so much lighter. So I hope that you're really feeling that. If you do have all of this pent up energy still, feeling this heaviness, I spoke today on Power of 5 about shifting that energy. So next week, the last Tuesday of the month, we'll focus again on that, about how to shift, how to go from fear to fabulous, in just a couple easy steps. It just takes a little bit of commitment and dedication to you, okay? This is not something I can wave the magic wand and there you go. You got to do the work. That's just how life is, isn't it? Isn't that why we're here? So we will talk about that more next week. And then all of June will be the month of abundance, the month of being fabulous. So we'll talk about that. 5 Tuesdays there is. So for today, set your intentions on Thursday, new moon. Honor the fact that we're sitting in this Venus retrograde, which again is this heart-opening energy, connection to self. Okay, connection to self, and I shared today a very, very complicated exercise. I said, put your hand over your heart, close your eyes, take a breath, and just send your heart love, and ask your heart if it has a message for you. Oh, so complicated, and takes a couple moments of your day, but oh, so powerful. If you speak to your heart and you forge that connection on a daily basis, my goodness, wait till you see what happens in your life. Okay, so that's my energy forecast for today. So I'm Maya Vocha, host and guide to the Power of 5 and Om Times Radio, and of course here. So have a beautiful day. Aloha.